Welcome to Children and the Christian Faith. I want to take a bit of time to walk through the syllabus with you, very much like we would do if you were in a live class, although it won't be quite as lengthy as if you were in a live class, which may be good for you because we might take a little more time if I had you live and in person. This course was really designed so that we could better understand how to help a child experience God at whatever age they are in the way that is most appropriate for them, and to help us know as church leaders how we can even equip parents and other church leaders to help children to experience God as well. I know that you're very interested in what you are going to actually do this semester, and so, but before we get to that, I want to go over a bit of other information with you. And number one of which is the student learning outcomes for this course. You know, by the end of the course, what are you supposed to be able to do with this information? So let's look at that. If you have your syllabus, it's on page 2 of your syllabus. So at the conclusion of this course, we are hopeful that you are going to be able to identify and evaluate strategies that will facilitate the spiritual formation of children. And so you should be able to identify those things that you can do within the context of a home or a local church that are going to help children in their spiritual formation. Secondly, that you will appreciate the significance of the family and the culture on a child's spiritual formation. And thirdly, that you will be actually equipped to be able to facilitate that spiritual formation from a sound theological and developmental perspective. So to that end, we have a number of different assignments that you will do this semester. I want to take a brief run through those. If you have any questions about an assignment, do not hesitate to contact me via email, or even you can make a phone call. I'm in and out of the office as well. I will return a phone call. Or certainly check your syllabus to make sure that you have gathered all that information prior to even a call. You may still have a question even after you've read the syllabus. Let's look at our textbooks. The first book that we're going to look at is written by Cos Davis, who was a former faculty member here. He taught in the area of childhood education, so he is one of our NOBTS former faculty. Worked for Lifeway for many, many years. As a matter of fact, I believe he was working there when it was the Baptist Sunday School Board. He has written this book, Children in the Christian Faith, which is an excellent book. It's an easy read. It was actually written for parents of children to help them understand how to share the Christian faith with their own child. And so that is one of the books that we'll be using this semester. The second book is written by Clifford Engel, and you will notice here that it's available online or through our own campus bookstore as a PDF, and that is because it is no longer being printed. This book was actually written in 1970. We are in the process of writing a new text that would take its place. And while it's a little dated in some of these statistics, which would refer to what's happening in churches at present, which was 1970, the historical information, historic practices, theological perspectives, those things really haven't changed. And so there's a lot of really good stuff in Clifford Engel's book. And if you have any difficulty in obtaining that book, please let me know. It is available as a PDF. I have it as a PDF, but our arrangement with Lifeway is that you would get it through the Lifeway store. And they will send you a PDF copy of the text. The other book is Robert Keeley's Helping Our Children Grow in Faith, How the Church Can Nurture the Spiritual Development of Kids. And this is an important book that will help us look at not only how does the family work in the spiritual formation of children, but what can our church do? What's our role in the formation of children? And last but not least is a book by John Trent and others on A Parent's Guide to Spiritual Growth of Children. This was really written specifically for parents. It was not necessarily written as a textbook for our class, but we have found it to be quite useful within the context of our class. You're also going to link to several videos that are perspectives on the spiritual formation of children, on the salvation of children, actually. And I'm going to post those videos online for you so you can go just into our course here and access those. Those videos are actual transcripts, if you will, of a conference that we had here on our campus. Dr. Harwood and other people representing these various positions came together. They've actually developed that into a book, but the book is not published yet. And so we are looking at the conference material because the book is not yet available. The next class that will take this, after November of 2017, the book will be available. So right now we're just looking at the videos. But you will find links to those in your syllabus as well as find them posted on the on Blackboard for you. Okay, let's move on. We are looking at the assignments here, and I want to give just a little bit of insight here. You are going to write a biblical and theological paper. That's your first paper that you're going to do. That is a paper supporting the basic assumption that children are spiritual beings and able to have a relationship with God even before they make a personal commitment to Him, that they've had a conversion experience. Before you write this paper, please read all of the instructions that you will find here in your syllabus. You're going to turn in a one-page, sort of a prime the pump kind of paper on several weeks before you have to turn in the final paper. So refer to your syllabus for due dates. I almost call those out, but this syllabus will be used in multiple semesters, so the dates are not as important right now. You are going to include that one-page prime the pump paper in the final copy, the final draft of your paper. So read your syllabus for specific instructions there. You're also going to interview a child this semester. And this interview will help you understand what a child at the particular age that the child you interview, what they understand about God. And a 7-year-old's understanding may be very different from that of a 12-year-old. And if this child has been in church, they are going to have maybe a different understanding than a child who is unchurched. So it really doesn't matter if the child you interview is churched or unchurched. All children are going to have some perspectives on God. And you will find those directions here in your syllabus. There is an interview guide that is posted as part of your syllabus that you will need to use. You will also need to obtain permission to interview a child from a parent. You must obtain permission prior to interviewing a child. Okay. You're also going to be given an opportunity to work either alone or with another person, depending on the size of the class, on a spiritual disciplines presentation. I've also posted guidelines for that presentation on Blackboard, and you will lead us in understanding how a child and a family can practice that particular spiritual discipline, whether that's prayer or Bible study or worship. Whatever those may be, and those will be assigned to you in the first couple of weeks of class. Your big assignment in this class is to develop a spiritual formation plan, and you are going to work to develop a spiritual formation plan for a particular church with which you are very familiar, assuming that they have called you to be a consultant for them. And you know this church now, you know it quite well, and you are going to make some particular recommendations to that particular body about how they can impact the spiritual formation of children in their church from birth up through age 12. The specifics for that assignment are located in your syllabus. This is 30% of your grade, so you are going to want to give particular attention to this assignment. If you have any questions at all, please make sure that you contact either myself or any other adjunct instructor that might be teaching this course for you. Your next assignment is a childhood reflection journal, and you are going to actually take some time over the course of this semester to write at least 10 dated entries in an electronic journal. You don't have to keep it like a diary, but actually electronically, over your own childhood experiences and how they affected your spiritual development. These can be quite reflective, even as we go through the readings that you have week to week. I mean, what were your own experiences with these things as when you were a child. There are a number of questions, general questions and spiritual and religious questions that are in your syllabus that will prompt your thought there as well. The last thing that we have in your syllabus as far as assignments go is the discussion boards. You will be participating in discussion boards each week. Discussion boards open on Monday, they close on Friday. You will need to make your response to the professor's post by Wednesday, and then by Friday at 5 o'clock, you will need to have responded to at least 2 of your classmates. The earlier you post, the easier it is for your classmates to respond to you. Please do not wait until 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday to make your post, because if you do that, then it is highly unlikely that your classmates are going to be able to read your post and interact even with you. So just as if we were in a classroom setting, respond to your classmates with something of substance, not just "I agree." Refer to your syllabus for instructions regarding the discussion board and the expectations for your responses there. The course schedule is included in the syllabus. It shows you each and every week exactly what you have to read, what assignments are due, so please make sure that you look very clearly through your syllabus so that you can see exactly what is due and when it is due. Certainly, on occasion, we have a mistaken date on a syllabus, or there might be something that was confusion, human error. So please let us know if you find anything like that. But you will find that there are 14 units in this class. They are broken up into 5 different sections. And so some sections have more units than others, but it's quite easy to follow on your syllabus and also on Blackboard when you look at the menu that's on the left-hand side of your screen when you open up Blackboard. It's all printed there. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to give me a call. I'll look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.